My house hunting journey in Nairobi. Although you should send the deposit. It's happening. The sofa is coming in through. Hello, this is Kenyan Blossom, and today I want to talk about my house hunting journey in Nairobi. Get comfy. I needed to find an apartment for a relative within a short time, and I mostly felt lost on how to accomplish this goal. Earlier in the year, I had searched for apartments or vacancies for apartments on Google and managed to find an agent on Gigi. He asked me to pay a fee of 1,000 Kenya shillings for his services, but I managed to talk him down to 500. Bargain. Anyways, he showed me multiple places around the area I had specified for him, where my relative was comfortable moving into. To summarize, I found 2 places that came closest to the requirements that I had given him. However, weird obstacles presented themselves. The first place, after the landlord had agreed that my relative could move in, the wife last minute decided that she wanted her house manager to live in the bed sitter. The second place I truly love. A certain amount was quoted for the rent while I was going to view. After viewing the place and loving it, the landlord raised the rent from 20-something thousand to I think 35,000. So it was a 2-bedroom place. It was a 2-bedroom in a good neighborhood. And to be honest, it sounded too good to be true, but still, that's shady. You quote one amount for rent and then suddenly you make it higher once the person searching likes it. I had a budget I was working with, so of course I had to let go of that place. So since after that weird rent situation, contact with that agent reduced. I was tired, so I set the house hunting aside for some months. When it was time for me to resurrect the house hunting efforts, I was not thrilled, but it had to be done despite my issues with it. With not much expectations for success, I got on Google and looked for vacancies for apartments in a certain part of Nairobi, and I also included a number of bedrooms. On Google, I looked for listings on Buy Rent Kenya and also gg.co.ke. I trust no one completely or any of these sites completely, but that's just what I did. You have to start somewhere. It does help to go into it knowing exactly what you want. Know exactly what you want and your budget limit. Since my efforts for searching for a bed sitter in a specified area in Nairobi were just too exhausting, frustrating, and overwhelming, this time I opted to search for a 1-bedroom, fairly used, not in the worst condition, around 20,000 shillings, maybe up to a little bit higher, but around that range. While scrolling through the listings, read comments and reviews if they're available, like on Gigi. Some could be fake positive reviews and others could be warnings of a con. Like somebody comments, oh, this agent from Gigi they conned me and they took me for a ride, all of that stuff. In my search, I was looking for listings that also were, okay, their agent was like a company, a property management company. So that's what you want to follow through. And a property management company that has a physical address. So like some listings will have like, Pink Panther property, and then you go onto Google and you search that, and then they'll even have their contacts, like you can call, and then you can call them, get in touch with them, ask them more about this place you've seen on Gigi. See, that feels safer. And the thing with property management companies, usually they won't ask you for a fee. So far in my experience with house hunting in Nairobi, they don't ask you for a fee, unlike the agents or one person, like, oh, it's John Karaoke. This is just a name I'm getting from my head. John Karaoke, and you call John Karaoke, who has listed, I don't know, a bed sitter for like Kawangwara 15,000 or something. And yeah, you call them and they'll be like, yeah, just give me 2,000 and I'll show you multiple places. Yeah, property managements don't do that. So yeah, just screenshot the listing that's been listed by a property management company and then proceed to Google. And the thing is, when you search for them on Google, you get to see their business profile, and you get to see reviews and see if, you gauge if it's legit. Once satisfied with your investigations and search, make the call to the property management company, and that's what I did. After that chat with Property World, I made my way to Westlands, hopeful, optimistic, and a little bit confused. I mean, how many Property Worlds are there in Nairobi? When I arrived, this Property World seemed legit, and even as a bonus, they had a fancy office. Then an employee was assigned to me, not the one that I had spoken to on the phone though. And she asked me for my requirements and what budget I was working with, and I thought this was very professional. She let me know that my requirements didn't fit their portfolio at the time. However, they get edges on the ground to, I guess, look and see if there's a vacancy for me, and then get back to me the next day. Meanwhile, they set a site meeting for me with an agent who had let them know about a vacancy around one of the areas that I had specified, and I was supposed to meet her the next day. I left Property World with high expectations because they made me feel confident in their abilities, and they assured me pretty well. Anyways, and then I went to Sarit. Take a look. Me and one of the ladies had the same shoes. That's a good start, right? Nairobi City County Westlands Market.
This is new market.
I should come explore sometime. I should come explore sometime. that you should completely do away with the idea of paying somebody to help you find vacant houses while on your house hunting journey. This is mainly due to the fact that I have taken this route and actually found good places to rent. Yes, I paid and I wasn't conned. The agent that I paid the fee did complete their end. But what I am saying is just to reduce the risk of being conned, it's better not to pay and follow the process I just explained earlier. You can also avoid paying in this type of scenario. Hi, madam. Oh, you are the one who wanted to view the bed sitter. Is 2 p.m. a good time? You know it's going to be tricky. But come. Although you should send the deposit, to assure that you get the place, because earlier this morning there were some Sudanese girls. These girls they came, they liked the place, and they said that later today they are going to come back, and I think they'll pay for everything. Deposit, rent, today. Those girls love the place. I think I'd rather just view the bed sitter first. Okay, just call me in a bit. Okay. The next day, the lady assigned to me for the site meeting could not make it because her son got ill. However, the lady assigned me to another agent. We met at a petrol station in Westlands. I thought that it was very professional that this agent had a car of his own. In past experiences, usually I would have to cover the transportation to the site of where there was a vacancy. Though, at the same time, I wouldn't recommend getting into stranger men's cars alone, Anyways, as a safety precautions, I took the number plate of this agent's car in case of any shady business. Then I sent it to the police. Just kidding. I arrived 2 minutes early. At the first vacancy, I loved the location. However, the houses were badly upkept on the inside and way too dark. Also, the budget, oh my, too high. Have a look. This agent was very jovial and talkative. He was engaging and seemed to want to fulfill the mission set before him. He seemed to prioritize my best interest, and it works in his best interest because I guess in this situation, if I do find a vacancy and I love it and I rent that place, the landlord is the one to pay him. He drove us to the second location, and at this location I looked at a few units. My first impressions of this place is that the surroundings were really clean. It was quiet and also the perfect location. I viewed 3 units at this location and found the one that best fit my requirements. Fair enough considering everything else, even though it exceeded my original budget. So yeah, sometimes you might have to be a little bit flexible on your budget just to get a really good place. I let the agent know that I was interested in one of the units and we went back to his office. Yeah, he had an office. At the office, he made some calls to the property managers of that particular place that I loved and set a meeting in town. Same day. And then he said that it was too hectic to drive a personal car in the city center. And so we agreed that we were going to take an Uber and I covered the cost of the Uber. In the city center at the apartment's office or management office, I paid 2 months rent as deposit and then the first month's rent. Then I got a receipt. The next day, I took my relative who was going to live in the apartment to sign the lease. The person I found at the management office was very nice. Obviously, some questions were asked just to get to know me and the relative that I was hunting for, and I guess you need to know your tenant. Anyways, and that's how that process went.
Here, look.
Look at me.
Hi, this is my new whip. What do you think? God is good. 사랑해. Hi, this is Kenyan Blossom and my new whip. Isn't she cute? Subscribe.
That's my car. So take a look at some videos documenting the move. Hey, so they're about to move into the new house.
Oh, that's really good.
The house is ready to be moved into. Here we are, it's all clean. The cooker at the new place. Doesn't it look just nice? Oh my goodness, you could make such cute vlogs here, look. I put up some cheap shears. Why did I say cheap? But they look nice, even if they don't fit the window well. They're not wide enough, but this is a start. The window doesn't have hangers, so I created my own hangers with just this rope or string, rope, and scissors. I also added rope here so that the hooks can like cling on here, and then we'll cling onto the hangers up there. So this is happening. The sofa is coming in through the window. First chair is in. It's filthy with fur and also dust. It slept outside. Almost see-through curtain. It's not bulky, but I think it's good for a small space. However, it's shorter than the shears. Yeah. So I'm just gonna put 2 other curtains, and then I'm using this metal hooks like this. I'm doing this one-handed, so it might look weird. And then I have like that. Finally finished with the curtains. Now to fix the chairs. I am so tired and hungry. Waiting on food from Jumia. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you've reached this far, oh my goodness. I hope you've learned something, and thank you so much for watching this video. And I do hope that I've helped guide you in your house hunting journey here in Nairobi. All this knowledge, why not? Reward me with a subscribe, or you know what, you can leave a like and comment. Those are just ways that you can support this channel for free and encourage me to continue my work. Bye bye. I've helped